What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Bubbles. Welcome back to my channel. I just got off work and I just got out the shower. This week has been such a long week. It's only Wednesday. We've had a lot of big stuff going on, you know, like walkthroughs and barracks managing, summer stuff. Like, I'm absolutely exhausted. But I told myself, I was like, you know what, today, like, I've been having something on my spirit for like a good 3 days now. And y'all might think I'm tripping. Okay, so for the past literally 3 nights, I've had non-stop nightmares about my kids. And all of them. I had like Squid Game nightmares. Last night I had a dream that like Adonis just disappeared completely. Nobody knew where he was at. He didn't exist. Like, I'm showing them like birthing pictures and stuff like that. And they're like, that's Khaleesi, that's not him. And I just tripping. And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, you're ovulating. And today I was at work and I was like, bruh, I want another baby. Mind you, I was supposed to get surgery last month, the end of last month, October 21st, I was supposed to have surgery. And I feel like God is telling me to not have my surgery. So I didn't end up getting my surgery. I was gonna get my tubes clamped. So instead of getting them removed or getting them tied, basically it's like putting like a paper clip on a bag of chips. You clamp your tubes. Later on in life, if you want to get pregnant, you just get them unclamped. Of course, it's a surgical procedure and nothing is 100%, but you can get them unclamped and then try to like get pregnant again. So that was what my plan was gonna be. I do not like birth control. I do not like any of this extra stuff that like just messes with my body and throws it out of its like natural state. So I was set, bro. I was set. I had everything ready. The only thing I had to do left was, I believe, do like a consultation, like my last one the day before, but I ended up getting COVID. So I ended up getting COVID on like the 15th, no, like the 19th. No, 15th. And I had to be on quarantine for 10 days. So they were like, okay, we're gonna have to cancel your surgery because you can't get surgery if you have COVID. So I was like, are you serious? The planning process for me to get this surgery was like 2 months long, you guys. Like, I had to go to appointments, I had to make sure my stomach was fine, I had no health issues and all that stuff. Now it's November 3rd and I'm over here like, bruh, maybe this happened because God's like, Dahniziac, don't do the surgery, you're gonna want another baby. And everybody keeps telling me like, bro, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But I've always wanted to have my kids before the age of 30. I'm 26, I turn 27 in July of next year, so I have like 7, 8 months till I turn 27. And I have 3, okay? Now, my biggest thing, having a baby for my body is so much work. I don't know if you guys have seen, if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm literally a twig with like an ant booty. It is the weirdest. My body's not proportionate at all. I'm not complaining about my big butt because like I love it. But at the same time, it's like, when it comes to me being pregnant, every single time I gain like 80 pounds because I enjoy my pregnancies. I eat everything I want. I don't be exercising. I never exercised throughout any of my pregnancies. Like, your girl just be slumped, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Today I was at work and I was like, bruh, I think I want another baby. But I am so like, right now I have so much going on with my life. I'm trying to progress career-wise. And I just feel like if I get pregnant again right now or have another baby, it's just gonna like slow me down. But at the same time, by the time I'm 40, even 35, I want my kids to be grown. I don't want to be carrying around no more diaper bags. I don't have to be paying for daycare. I don't have to be worrying about any of this stuff, you guys. Y'all might think I'm crazy for the people that are like, you have 3 kids already and you have a 4-month-old or 5-month-old. He just turned 5 months yesterday. But you guys, this is like, I don't know if I'm like, God just telling me, hey, I'm not saying God's telling me to get pregnant, but everything happens for a reason, and my surgery getting canceled is like a sign. And then the day that I did have an appointment, I had CQ, which is like 24-hour duty, where you basically are at work for 24 hours, sitting there like patrolling and stuff. And I had an appointment that day, but I couldn't make it because there's something that I had to do for work. So like, this is the second time I had to reschedule my appointment because I was gonna have another consultation to get my tubes clamped. And they don't have clamps right now. The doctor called me to like cancel my surgery. They were like, look, we don't have the clamps in stock right now. We're gonna have to order some, but you can just hold off on the surgery until we do have them. If not, you're just gonna have to get them tied or you're gonna have to have them taken out. I just don't wanna get this surgery, you guys, or get them taken out and then regret it later. So I'm going through like this really, really tough time because like deep down in my heart right now, I'm like, I just want another baby. But I know my ass is not another baby right now, because it's just like, girl, kids are a lot of work. They cost money. I think daycare is the most expensive thing about having a kid. When everybody's like, oh my God, like having kids is so expensive. It's really not. It's just the way how you choose to raise them. Like, I don't mind buying my kids stuff from Walmart because my kids are out here wilding. Like, they don't take care of shoes. Every day that Damien gets home from school, his shoes are dusty and dirty and cut up. I don't mind because I spend like $15 on them at Walmart. So I'm like, live your life, you know what I mean? But besides that, just having to take care of an infant, waking up at nighttime, you know, like not resting, like, sorry, my tongue itches. Not resting, like, I just feel like right now that I'm young, I can do it. And I just don't see myself at 35 years old, 32 years old, having to start all the way over from ground zero. If Adonis is 5 months right now, let's do 5, so he's 0. Plus 5 years, so when I'm 30, he'll be 5. Plus another 2 years, he'll be 7. So if I decided to have another kid at like 32, Adonis will be 7. Khaleesi will be 8. And Damien will be, right now he's 4 plus 7. So Damien will be 11. Damien will be 11, Khaleesi will be 8, and Adonis will be 7. My kids are grown, bro. Like, all they care about at that point, playing video games and minding their business. Like, they just do their own thing. I want to be able to take trips and do all this stuff, but I'm just like, I don't know how people do it, just having kid after kid after kid. Like, my body feels like it's absolutely exhausted. And I think that's because I had Adonis and Khaleesi back to back. I got pregnant with Adonis when Khaleesi was 6 months, and that was a shock. Like, we weren't expecting that at all. Wasn't planned. Hit us like a curveball because we were being safe. I don't even remember us doing it. And being safe as in like pull-out method, not like being safe. I wasn't on birth control and stuff. Right now I am on birth control, and I feel like I'm always tired. Granted, I do have a newborn, like I said, so that might be one of the reasons, but my husband usually does a night shifts with him. Then I'm at work all day, and then when I come from work, then I come home and I cook, and then I'm like trying to make videos, and I'm editing videos, and I just feel like I have like no time. And when you're pregnant, you guys, oh my God, the first trimester and the last trimester is always the most hardest for me. Like, first trimester, all I want to do is just sleep. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to do nothing, and I'm so lazy. Like, during my pregnancies, I feel like I'm so lazy and my back is always hurt. I think that's why I have really bad sciatica nerve pain, because I don't get my fat ass up and walk. I just be sitting there eating, just stuff on top of my tummy, just eating. And then later on I'm like, oh my God, my back hurts. Like, maybe if I got up and exercised, it wouldn't be that bad. But I know if I get pregnant again, it's gonna be the same exact way that it has been for these last 3. And there's a part of me, a lot of people are like, oh, aren't you scared to give birth? I'm not scared to give birth. Giving birth is not an issue to me. Adonis was like the most complicated because they had to cut me, and then like the cord was wrapped around his neck, so he like was losing oxygen, and they were like, we have to get him out. That scared the shit out of me. But besides that, all my births have been like smooth, like fast labors, all vaginal. I haven't ever had to get a C-section, which is a blessing. But just because I'm too scared, like if I had to get a C-section, you guys, I'd probably be like terrified. So I don't know, I'm in like a really tough spot. My husband, I guess probably like, what did your husband say? I told him that I wanted 4 kids, and we both were like, okay, we can always adopt our 4th one maybe in like 4 years, and just like, you know, adopt like a 4-year-old. But I'm just like, I'm not sure. I've always wanted to adopt a kid because I'm adopted, so I'm just like, I feel like it's only right to give back and like adopt somebody else and change that person's life. But at the same time, adoption does cost money. I think it's like, there's different types. Like, there's like adoption, like you can like choose not, it's really, it sounds sick, but you like make your kid, like, I want a kid have blue eyes, and I want this race. And then there's also kids that are Wars of the States that are just like kids that just need a home and like love, you know? And I don't really know the process of them. I know some does cost money. I don't know if there's any that don't cost money, and the process of it, like if I have to foster and all that, like that's just, I feel like another whole responsibility that I have to dedicate and set aside time to, versus me just carrying the baby and pushing it out. But if I do adopt a kid, I don't have to go through the whole newborn through like 3 years old. Like if I get a baby that's already potty trained, a kid that's already potty trained, like older and stuff, it's more of just like having to deal with the trauma at that point. And that's a whole nother thing too. Like you have to like, just having a kid and getting a kid that's been hurt and abused and like neglected, and having to like let them know like, hey, you're loved now, and like just fixing the trauma that they have that's a huge responsibility too as a parent. So I'm really stuck, you guys. I feel like I'm stuck in this like realm of not knowing what to do. And I really want another kid. I just want to be done, like, so that I can have my surgery. But I feel like right now, if I have my surgery, I'm gonna instantly regret it. And I don't want that, because then it's just gonna like force me to have to adopt a kid, you know? And if I'm not financially able to adopt a kid, because I mean, I'm talking thousands, and the process is long. You can't, it's not like just going to Walmart, picking up a bag of chips and coming home. Like, it takes years and years for some people to be able to adopt a kid. Like, it's crazy. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I just want to get on here and vent and just like maybe get some insight from you guys. Like, if y'all have kids or more than one kid, or like if you're going through the same thing as me, kind of just like don't know. But yeah, your girl's having baby fever bad. And this is probably like the worst that it's been since I've had Adonis, because after I had Adonis, I was like, I'm done. But I feel like the older he gets and like the more I see him, he's just like growing and flourishing and all these new things he's learning, his little smile. And I'm just like, like I just don't know what it is. There's something wrong with me. And then I'm end up having a fourth one, right? I'm end up having a fourth one, right? And then it's gonna be like, oh my God, I want another one. It's gonna be like, girl, when are you gonna stop? Like, I'm the third oldest out of 9. My mom has 9 kids. I'm not trying to do all that. God, if that's your plan, then let it be. But I mean, you gotta come with bags and racks of money, because at that point, they become expensive. But it's like, what do I do? You know what I mean? My husband's fine. He wants us to adopt, especially because my postpartum, you guys, I'm still going through postpartum depression. Your girl be like falling into a hole. Not even in the sense of like I have depression issues, but I just shut myself out, and I'm very hard on myself with my body, and I'm always like beating myself up about being a mom. I always think I'm not doing enough, and then some days I'm just like, I don't feel beautiful, and some days I just like want to lay in bed all day, and it's just not good. Like, I'm not able to be productive. It's been so hard for me to get back into YouTube these first couple months of me having a baby, because I've been so drained and just so unmotivated. But I had to have a talk with myself, and I was like, Dahniziac, look, YouTube is what you love to do, and this is something that's like a hobby. It's an outlet. Like, do something for you, which is one of the reasons why I ended up changing up my content, because I was like, it's not that I wasn't having fun doing mom stuff, but that was all I was doing all day, every day. Mom stuff, get on YouTube, mom stuff, go to work thinking about mom stuff. And I'm just like, bruh, you need to take a break, have a breather, like do something for Dahniziac. So now, I mean, of course, I've barely started changing my content, so you guys haven't seen much of like me doing me stuff, but it's nice to just be able to get on the camera like I am right now and talk to you guys without having to force myself to talk about this, that, and third about my kids. You know, love them to death, but it's nice. So we're gonna see you guys. I'm going through this phase. Like I said, I am on birth control, so I'm not gonna get pregnant right now, but I feel like I need to like sit down and have like a what is it called? Like one of those meetings, like a heart to heart basically with God, and just kind of like have him speak to me and like reveal to me, like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Because if I'm gonna have another baby, I feel like the time would be like between now and 28, which is in 2 years. And if that's the case, I need to like, because you don't just like get pregnant easily. Now, I got pregnant really fast, but they say you're the most fertile after you have a baby. So right now would probably be the time that I'm the most fertile. But since I've been on birth control for 5 months, my body's probably like out of whack. So I don't know, you guys just stay tuned. If I hit y'all with a I'm pregnant, don't be surprised, but I doubt it, because I'm really not trying to have a baby right now. I want a baby, like I want to be pregnant, but I don't like the responsibility, the hours, the night shifts, like it's just like way too much for me. So it's actually 4:12, and I think I hear Adonis crying, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant about, you know, me wanting to be Little Caesars hot and ready and get pregnant again. Drop down in the comments if you're a mom. I want to know how many of my subscribers on here are actual moms, whether you've adopted a kid, you have step kids, biological kids, any of that, because this is where I need you guys. Like, sometimes your girl be tripping and I just get ahead of myself, and I need like real advice. So that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed my rant. I will get back on here very soon with some fire ass content, but until then, thank you guys all once again for watching. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't mind my band-aid. Your girl hurt herself. That's a whole nother story. I'm gonna do a story time about this, because I'm too grown to be hurting myself. But anyways, guys, I will see you next time with the next video. Peace.